this is what we found on the girls' washroom, and it's reacting to the toilet cleaner, as you can see.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
It's tickling.
So at camp we had riflery and I was kind of in charge of it, and a few times when the kids were gone, Hannah would come, and she wasn't very good. I kind of had to teach her how to shoot.
They put Alvin in charge of riflery. That was like, oh man, that was the worst mistake they've ever done. He was horrible at it.
After I taught Hannah like one lesson, she wanted to have these competitions where we shoot pop cans down.
I shot all the pop cans for Alvin.
I don't think she got one down before me. She just, not good.
He was like terrible.
I'm not sure if she's blind in one eye.
I was like so good.
It seemed like it was off the mark.
I don't even know what he was shooting at.
I don't know if there's another talent that Hannah has, because this was obviously not it, but hopefully we can find it sometime and figure that out. So.
Alvin!
So at camp, I was in a cabin with Emma and Ben, and at first was a little unsure of what my purpose was in being there, how I was supposed to do ministry. It didn't take long though, and there was always a huge group of campers around me and the kids wanting to hold Ben and play with Emma, and so I got to hang out with kids a lot that way and talk with them and show them God's love just in conversation that way.
One of the hardest things about camp was the heat and being energetic in the heat and just singing songs for worship, and it was so hot, so yeah.
One hard thing about camp was a kid. His dad passed away the day before we left, and it was really hard trying to connect with him because all he did was pretty much cry, and well, the theme the best dad ever, I think it really helped him because God is our Father, and He really looks up to us, and He really cares about us.
The theme at camp really impacted me because I have a stepdad, and when like my parents got divorced, I felt like it was my fault, and you know, having to be away from my dad, it's kind of like it feels like he doesn't want me or he doesn't like love me. So I guess the theme was really encouraging because I do have a dad that does love me and that wants me and wants the best for me.
One thing that I learned was God's provision, because when you're like going through the week, you have to keep loving the kids, and like halfway through you're so drained that you got like nothing left, so you have to keep loving them, and yeah, that's hard. He has done great things, lifted up, defeated the grave. 900!
My week at camp was a little different. I was on the maintenance crew. I made the camp look neat because someone needs to do it and Alvin wasn't going to. So I weed whipped, I mowed, I worked on beds for the kids, and then I worked in the kitchen with a couple other maintenance crew people, and that's how I served God at camp.
He will make a way far above all we know, far above all we hope. He has done great things, lifted up.
My favorite part about camp was swim time because I got to interact with the kids and just see how they actually were.
In His name we overcome, for the Lord our God is.
One thing I learned at camp was the power of prayer and how much it can impact someone.
God is with us, and He will go before. He will never leave us. He will never leave us. God is for us, and He has open arms. He will never fail us.
One of the difficult things at camp that I faced was just fall in love with these kids, and as you get to know them, build Jesus into them, some of them for the first time, and then realizing that they come from really difficult homes. Some of them don't have a mom and dad. For them to come from a family unit is abnormal, and they live with their grandma or their aunt or uncle, and just the difficult situations. And it hit me on the last day that these kids are going home to that, and I thought, what chance do they have to follow Jesus, to have a good life? And God reminded me that He is the one who is able. He is the God who is able to care for these kids, train them up far better than I am. And so just understanding God is able.